That's perfect.
Let's get these off. I'm gonna move this. Let me do one wheel in there.
Okay.
Let me get those screws off first.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Go for it. Try it again. You go. It was the starter cable with boost. Good on the bronze, man.
It does, doesn't it?
I like bronze.
Go ahead, John, rip it. Hell yeah. How does it feel?
It's good, dude.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
valve cover gasket up?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yep. Watch your foot. I'm gonna lower the caution. Pull it forward. Hold on. Back up. Keep going. Okay. Seems to be okay. Now we can actually let it warm up, see if it's dripping anything. The what? Steering? Yeah. It might be. It probably needs to be aligned. We hold the hood real quick. Everything's dry down here. I think we're okay. So we're out here another day. It is February 29th, and we've had a chance to get out here and get to work on the coupe. We haven't in probably about 4 or 5 months, but now we're picking up where we left off. One of the first things we're going to work on is he got a set of Maxpeedingrods Coilovers. We're going to throw these on there. He's also going to put on his new wheel and tire setup. Got some 5 Ziggins FN01 RCs with the Federal RSRRs 20550s on a 15x7. And then we're going to change out, well, I changed the hood already. I didn't show that, but it's relatively simple. His hood was damaged. We picked this one up. And we're going to try hammering this a little straight because obviously this isn't where it needs to be for the hood. And then this corner is pushed in a little bit, but that shouldn't affect it. We're just going to see if we can line everything up a little bit better. We're also going to remove the AC components. There's nothing in the system, and we're unsure if it's working, but just to clean up the engine bay also. We were going to do timing belt, but this guy left it at home. See if we can get someone to bring it over for us right now, and that way we can wrap this up and put the covers on. And also do the valve cover gasket because it was leaking from the back side of the valve cover, so I wanted to do that all at the same time instead of putting the valve cover gasket on and then removing the valve cover again and then possibly having the leaks once we put the RTV on. So we're going to get started and just see if we can get this on the floor. We're going to remove this fender also because he has another one that we're going to install. And just see if we can get a little bit closer to having this car completely ready. And that is where we finished off for today, guys. We ended up, put this back in there. We ended up removing all of the AC and power steering lines. It still has the power steering rack. He's gonna go to a manual one eventually, just not yet. And all the AC lines up to the firewall were removed. We'll remove the condenser core eventually. I'm sorry, evaporator core eventually. But we took out the condenser, compressor. We have all those parts here. I'm sure they weigh a significant amount. We're gonna actually try to weigh it really quickly and see what kind of weight that was at. Here we were kind of banging this out. We ended up spacing out the hood latch and we were able to get the hood closed. This car was hit on this portion, so everything's pushed in a little bit. When we close the hood, you can see where the headlight is. We're going to try to pull this out with another vehicle and like a tow rope, see if we can just get it to line up a little bit better. That way it has a little bit better fitment on the headlight and the hood, but it's really not that big of a deal. We're not looking at a show car here. And the rear carpet stuff, he all yanked it out. Had a cap back there for a system. Fender we're getting rid of. And then the fitment, actually, these look really nice on here. We're going to adjust it. It's obviously slammed in the back. The front, a little low. We're probably going to raise it to where there's about a finger gap all around. But we want to just get those on there so we could see where they sit on the car. But that's kind of it for today, guys. We get that timing belt installed. Next time, valve cover gasket, and then fender put on. That should be it. We're going to start putting miles on this clutch. He doesn't have any miles on it. We haven't driven it outside of my backyard. And then we should hopefully be out there for the first event this year for ASR. And then after one or two events, he has... And then after one or two events, if the car's running well, we haven't had any issues with shaking it down, we're going to attempt to install the supercharger for his car and hopefully get it running well with that and just see how it does overall. But that's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you next time we guys get out here and get to work on this car. Here's a quick look at all of those parts. We just kind of wrapped everything up in a couple lanyards. Condenser, we got all the lines, the compressor, and it came out, what is that? Looks like about 33 pounds total on all those. That's a considerable amount just for the front of the car.